By the 12th century, medieval heresy had risen to prominence in both Christianity and in Islam. In Christianity you had the Cathars, and in Islam the Ismailis. Both had a similar teaching of dualism within both religions. The Cathars believed that there were two creators of the world, a creator of good of the world, and a creator of evil. One creator was that of the spiritual universe, and the latter the creator of our material one. Similarly, the Ismailis' proclamation was that evil was not as the absence of good, but as part of the essence of both the world and its creator, furthermore creating this idea of an unknowable God. Both dualist sects of both religions are condemned as heretics, as both holy books teach a monotheistic God of good, which is undivided and unchangeable. With these aforementioned doctrines of heresy being said, the Ismailis were under constant persecution from the other sects of Islam. This led to them withdrawing to a region in the coastal mountains, known as Jebel al-Saraya, and forming a murderous militia infamously known as the Assassins. They embarked on a strategic rampage of assassinations to cast terror into the hearts of both Sunni Muslims and Christians alike. The Assassins boasted extreme dedication among its constituents. This dedication comes from its initiation ceremonies, where they used the drug hashish to convince their newly initiated brothers that their hallucinations were actually that of them visiting paradise, and they could be in that state everlasting as long as they followed the orders of the assassin imam. Once this army of a lethal assassins was built, they would infiltrate the ranks of their enemies, and always using a knife, would kill their high-ranking victims in a suicide attack. The assassins killed many famous Christians of the time, including Conrad of Montferrat, King of Jerusalem in 1192, Raymond II, Count of Tripoli in 1152, and in 1213, Raymond the Heir to the throne of Antioch was stabbed to death outside the Cathedral of Our Lady at Tortosa. However, the famous attempted assassination of this militia was against Saladin in 1176. When Saladin was in Jebel al-Saraya, the land of the assassin headquarters, his soldiers reported to him of mysterious powers in the nearby mountains, while Saladin himself reported of having nightmares whilst he slept. Then one night he awoke to find on his bed hotcakes of a type that only assassins baked, and a poisoned dagger and a threatening note. Saladin was convinced the assassin leader, the Old Man of the Mountain as he was known, Rashid al-Din Sinan, had stealthily found his way into Saladin's tent, and given the warning himself. As a result, Saladin begged Sinan's forgiveness, and swore to God that he would not pursue a campaign against the assassins so long as he was provided with safe conduct back to Cairo, which he was granted. The enigma that followed the assassins led to them being feared in the East by almost everyone who opposed them. However, the one organisation that showed no fear and effectively pursued the assassins were the defenders of the faith, the Knights Templar. The assassins even admitted that they never attempted to kill a Templar Grand Master, as they knew someone equally as good would take his place. As the Templars feared no man nor demons, for they were God's holy warriors, and would not be intimidated by a death of any of their brethren. So after years-long negotiations between the Templars, the Assassins, and the King of Amalric, after the assassinations of many Christian leaders, it concluded when the assassin leader Sinan's envoy was on the road to Masyaf, where the Templar Knights ambushed and killed his most trusted messenger. This put an end to any chance of the Templars and Assassins uniting under a common cause. The Templars' probable argument for this attack was that they had serious distrust for the Assassins and feared for the King of Amalric's life. This also put an end to the negotiations between the Christians and the Assassins, and it's also the mainstream belief that after Sinan's death in 1193, it was the beginning of the end of the Assassin Brotherhood altogether.